What's up guys, and today I'm going to be reacting to Left Religion in Spain in 3 minutes. I'm Alganine, I hope you enjoy this video.
Modern leftism isn't just politics, it's a religion, and like every religion it has a theology, and its members are divided into priests and acolytes. In my last video on leftism I broke down its structure. Now I'll explain its actual faith. Like many cults, there's a split between what the leaders believe and what the followers are told. The rank and file are taught materialist Marxist slogans about
There is no spiritual material there is no spiritual, material is all that matters, and everyone should be materially equal, and power is all that matters. Okay, interesting.
revolution and
Let me
utopia.
know if this is what you guys see from the left. If you're on the left and you don't believe that this is what the left teaches, please say in the comments what you believe the left teaches and why this is wrong, if you believe it's wrong.
But the priests at the top follow something deeper, a mix of ancient Gnosticism and Hegel's philosophy of history. Hegel argued that history progresses through clashes, thesis versus antithesis, two opposing forces smashing together to produce a synthesis. He called this the dialectic, and it is the foundation of progressivism, the justification for the left's existence. Gnosticism taught that the material world is evil, a prison created by a false god, and only secret knowledge, gnosis, can set you free. Combine the two and you get what I call Gnostic Hegelism, the belief that smashing society's contradictions together over and over will eventually produce salvific enlightenment. The leftist priest then sees the left and right as a blacksmith sees his hammer and anvil, and gnosis as a
I think he's talking about the leftist elite, or just the elite in general, or something.
uniquely difficult metal to break. The priest's hammer he wields for institutions, and the priest's anvil he does not need to control, as the right is the natural opposition. He strikes against the impossibly hard metal.
So saying basically, he's saying like the left is kind of hammering on the right and stuff, and then the right is like they don't need to control them necessarily. They're just bashing them, and eventually something will happen, I guess. It was a little confusing.
Damaging his hammer and his anvil until something breaks. When his hammer breaks, the priest forges a new left, learning from his past mistakes to make a stronger hammer. When the anvil breaks, a power vacuum is made, and a new, stronger right emerges as a reaction, and the process repeats endlessly, hoping that eventually the metal will be broken and gnosis achieved. That's why the left's elite keep the struggle alive at all costs. They don't actually want peace,
Yeah. I hope it doesn't get here, but maybe it could eventually get here. I mean, it kind of has a little bit with Charlie Kirk, R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Yeah, assassination is death of honor right. This is why the murder felt so heavy for many. We all know what this means. That's how it find a common ground. Yeah.
They want conflict, because they believe conflict itself is holy. Their previous hammer, communism, was weak and lost to the old right. Their new hammer, postmodern neo-Marxism, is stronger and has broken the old right, which is why a new right is emerging.
I see. Okay, I see how this is kind of coming together. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Their faith is wrong. Hegel's dialectic is too optimistic. Civilizations get stuck on, quote, local maxima and self-destruct. And the knowledge Gnosticism seeks, we already have.
There are species that now at risk of extinction because they have reached what is called an evolutionary local maxima. For example, there is a species of crab which males develop extraordinarily large arms to attract mates. The crabs with the larger arms have more offspring. The problem is that these oversized arms are debilitating, essentially useless. If a crab evolves to have smaller arms, it will become more functional but attracts fewer mates. The species continues down this path, it will eventually go extinct because of the handicap. Interesting. So kind of a self-defeating thing like that. Likewise, civilizations can get stuck in a local maxima, which is why Hegel is wrong, considering that world are indigenous peoples of the second, whose civilizations are far more ancient than the European ones. The lucky ones are stuck permanently, while the unlucky ones go extinct. Okay.
Have in the form of the Logos, which is Christ. This is why they hate Christianity so much. It invalidates their worldview. The left's higher-ups.
Luke 10:19. Let's see what that actually says. Oh, yeah. It literally says that. I have given the authority of trample on snakes and scorpions, overcome with the power of the enemy. I've given you the authority to trample on snakes and scorpions to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. Amen. Luke 10.
Want a right-wing revolution so they can have their stronger anvil, which is why they keep provoking. But they don't want Christians to lead it.
Well, this resume.
Alright. So, if you guys like the video, please like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with any of his points. What I personally think is that the left and the right are, they do have the conflict going. I do notice that the right does generally seem to want to, like, at least some bigger figures in the right actually want to have conversations with people, and the people on the left don't seem to want to have conversations. They just kind of want to diagnose you with you're transphobic, or they want to diagnose you with a phobia so that they can invalidate or basically devalue or basically just dismiss your argument. And I don't think that's very fair. I don't think it's really intellectually honest. I think that might be some kind of fallacy. So what fallacy is on? I think I think the fallacy would have to do with attacking somebody by their morals and saying, I think it's like a ad hominem fallacy or something. What is it? Ad hominem fallacy. Someone attacks character or personal traits to poet rather than adjusting the subject of their argument. Okay. This logical error aims to discredit an argument by discrediting the person making it, though the person's traits are relevant to the argument's validity. Exactly. For example, dismissing a doctor's advice to quit smoking because they smoke themselves is an ad hominem fallacy. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. That makes sense. Okay. Alright. Well, I hope you guys learned something from this video. So, please like and subscribe, and I'm gonna out. Bye. Bye.